Mic check, mic check. All right. Howdy, y'all. How's it going? Checking my stream real quick. Yeah, hi. My name's Wes, and I'm ready to play some Final Fantasy XIV. So today is my birthday stream, so I figure, you know what, we'll go ahead and hop in here, see what's going on, do some dailies. Yesterday, day before, I can't remember the day. But I went ahead and level boosted a Dragoon, so just didn't want to deal with leveling up another one of those. So I've got to work on that. And yeah, I figured just kind of hang out for a couple of hours, you know, to see what's going on out there. If anyone wants to join in and play, you are more than welcome to. But yeah, beyond that, it'd just be kind of a chill stream today. Let's see, main scenario. Let's start with that. So yeah, I haven't really done a whole lot today. Mostly running some errands, that kind of stuff. You know, nothing particularly big. Went out, did some laundry, that kind of thing. But hey, thanks, Saya. But I was in the car this morning, and normally when I'm in the car, I usually have NPR on. We have a local program that runs like during the workday for the most part. It's mostly like classical music or whatnot. It's run by like some 70-year-old dude or whatever. Yeah, just usually chill, you know, Mozart or whatnot. I get in there today and about ready to run some errands, and then sure enough, like I'm listening to it and I'm like, wait a second, is this Xanarkand? And sure enough, they were doing an entire like Final Fantasy suite. It was an arrangement I'd never heard before. I don't know if she was a violinist or a cellist. It sounded a little bit more like cello. But yeah, they played Xanarkand. They played the Chocobo theme, some stuff from 7. Yeah, it was really cool. So that was kind of a little birthday treat for me. I was pretty happy to get in the car and hear that. Nice little surprise. I figured that was kind of a good way to start the day, I think. But yeah, so yeah, not a whole lot of plans. I will be back tomorrow with some more T-Prog. You know, that's like the serious stuff. Ooh. But wanted to go ahead and try and get a little bit done today. Yeah, I think everyone's kind of starting to feel the hype and whatnot with Endwalker coming up. So trying to get some last minute things done and finish up some stuff that I've been putting off for a long time. I finally made a magic bed. It looked like the prices were cheap enough nowadays. I put one up. You know, if it goes too much lower, then you know, I might just use it, because that's what I originally planned to do, was just use it. But then I saw they were still going for like 1.5 million. At least on Crystal, the prices weren't that much to actually buy the materials for it. So, you know, might as well make a little bit of profit. But I'm not super hurting for Gil, so who knows? I might go ahead and use it. And then yeah, I finished some custom delivery stuff. I had no idea that Ahil Tao, or however you pronounce her name, was a special mount that you get for doing the custom deliveries. So probably one of my favorite mounts now. It doesn't quite beat the motorcycle in terms of just the speed. I usually use the motorcycle just for the infinite speed boost. But yeah, this was a lovely little surprise. We were talking in Discord. Someone was asking about custom deliveries, and they were like, "Yeah, you get a cool title and a mount." I was like, "Wait a second, a mount?" So yeah, this was what I did the other day too. So if you haven't done it yet, these are the custom deliveries in the Firmament, and well worth doing. It's a cute little quest line too, and yeah, I highly recommend finishing up some little things like that. But yeah, so yeah, I was listening to a little Final Fantasy music this morning by surprise, and running some errands and whatnot. You know, I might if the house clears out a little bit later, I might go put on the album collection that I got and listen to that for a little bit. But yeah, for right now, I don't have too many plans. We'll stream for a couple hours until I get bored, I guess. It was mostly going to be dailies. I've got some stuff I can do on some alt characters over on Primal or whatnot, but I really wanted to try and get as much done on the road to 80 as possible. I know that like once you get to 80 on characters, it is a lot easier to keep it up over the course of an expansion. So I'm just trying to get to that point, get the Amaro mount, get all of that stuff, you know, out of the way. I did buy the boost, well worth it, I think. Dragoon, and Dragoon's one of those that I always kind of say is probably not necessarily a newbie friendly class. You know, early on, it just doesn't have a whole lot to do. I always feel like when people bounce off the game pretty quickly, it's usually because they went Dragoon or they went Archer. I feel like those two in particular are really rough when it comes to travel to Limsa. Oh, I didn't know there was a Limsa ferry. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. Yeah, I feel like those two probably start off the roughest. And I like Dragoon a lot. I don't know if I'm any good at it, but yeah, Dragoon feels pretty nice at the end game, but you know, especially for newbies, it is probably one of the more strict ones as far as like rotation wise. This is what you do, this is what you do, and like you don't deviate from it. Bard, on the other hand, is the complete opposite. Like there's no rotation to a Bard. It's just like keep a song up and go. I feel like especially for newbies, Bard is probably one of the harder classes at in-game, just because there's, you know, it's essentially 3 different jobs bolted together. So you got like 2 or 3 different kinds of timers to keep track of, you know, all of your dots, all of that good stuff, in addition to all of the procs, plus boss mechanics. Bard is honestly pretty rough at in-game. I like playing it a lot just because it does feel to me like Affliction Lock did in WoW, but I can definitely see people getting overwhelmed with it at in-game. Yeah, it's pretty hectic. You know, it's one of those jobs that you feel like, you know, for the DPS that you're doing, it'd just be easier to go with like Red Mage or something like that and be a little bit easier job to play. But yeah, and it kind of sucks that like Dragoon and Bard are like the 2 that most people I feel like start off with and then they end up bouncing off the game. So yeah, if you're a newbie, you know, the ones I usually recommend if you're a newbie is basically like any tank class is usually pretty good. The healers are okay. I mean, they're healers. Arcanist is nice just because you do get 2 jobs out of it. So if you do want to switch later on, you have that option. Yeah, in terms of like ease of play, honestly, Dragoon isn't too bad. It just starts so slow, and especially when you get down synced, it's pretty rough. So it's kind of hard to recommend that one right off the bat, but it's probably one of the easier options. Honestly, Ninja / Rogue is probably one of the easier ones to start off with, and yeah, Arcanist once you get into Summoner is really not too bad, and it'll be even a little bit better once Endwalker comes out. But yeah, you know, a lot of the really smooth classes I feel like are the later classes. Like Red Mage is obviously my favorite class. Dancer's super easy and super smooth to play. Machinist tends to be one of the better reviewed classes. You know, they didn't really have to change too much for Endwalker because everyone was like, well, I changed Perfection, you know. You know, Monk isn't too bad for starters. Like it feels pretty good early on, but it's probably the most hectic when it comes to in-game. So it kind of depends on what you want to do. If you're just trying to get to level 10 so you can unlock Rogue, or like get to level 50 so you can unlock some of these others, then yeah, Monk is probably the way I would go. You know, out of the starter classes, Dragoon probably would be the easiest one, in my opinion, to start off with. Black Mage isn't too bad. Forgot about Black Mage for some reason. Black Mage is definitely big brain stuff later on, and you can tell when you look at like FF logs and you look at the spread between its lowest average and its highest average. Like it has like a huge bar compared to everyone else, but it is fun. Black Mage really isn't too bad, so yeah, I'd probably say like Dragoon or Black Mage would be the way to go. But you know, in terms of staying with the game and staying interested, Monk is probably it. I feel like it's the one that's punished the least for down syncing when you start doing leveling roulettes, and it has a decent amount of abilities like right off the bat that gets pretty easy to go into. Yeah, if you can hold up to level 10, then yeah, Ninja by far. Ninja's a lot of fun. I've had a good time leveling it so far. Kind of got sidetracked once I boosted the Dragoon, so I should get back into it at some point. But I'm liking Ninja like a lot more than I expected. It has a couple positionals, but not too bad. Monk will probably be quite a bit easier after the rework, so I'm excited to see how that's going to go. Right now, the big issue with it is just so many positionals, and like you're flipping between two different rotations essentially. But that should smooth out quite a bit here here on the 19th. So yeah, Ninja's the way I would go with for like new players. Doesn't feel too bad down synced. You lose a couple of your ninjutsu, but it's not too bad. Dragoon is probably the worst when it comes to down syncing, in my opinion. It is so slow. Honestly, Bard is really not too great either. Bard's one of those, I don't think it gets an AoE until like after Copperbell or something like that. So if you get into one of those groups that just like Satasha or Copperbell mines, you're just kind of screwed. So yeah. Yeah, that's my my job advice for brand new players coming into the game. Just kind of give you kind of an overlay. If you don't mind tanking, like any of the tanks can really start out really well. You know, Gladiator is probably the worst one story-wise. Like the Paladin story is pretty garbage. I haven't done any of the post like post 60 stuff, I don't think. I hear it gets a little bit better, but yeah, it's definitely got the worst story. Marauder I have never played. That's one that's going to take me a while, but I've heard good things about it. And Warrior is like, if you want to go in and solo stuff, you know, Warrior is the way to go. And I've heard it's a lot of fun. Dark Knight is obviously one of the best tank classes in the game, story-wise at least. Fantastic story all the way through. It's pretty fun to play too. Gunbreaker's probably the most fun to play, but you can't unlock that right off the gate. You have to get to, I think it's level 60 to unlock it. 60 or 70, whatever the Shadowbringers ones were. Sam I need to do a little bit more work on. I honestly don't remember too much about Sam. I liked playing it. When I played it, I just got sidetracked. But it didn't seem too complicated. It felt like one of the easier like melee classes from what I felt like. Yeah, there's really no... Scholar's probably one of the like more boring classes, I guess. It has a pretty crazy rotation, but you know, the story and whatnot didn't really like grab me or anything like that. It's pretty basic. White Mage is just bog standard, but I liked the early the early Conjurer quest was Sophie. She was fun. Ast is pretty fun. I think Sage is probably going to take the crown, though. I'm really excited for Sage. I'm really excited to see what Machinist is all about. Okay. All right, number 2. It could take a bit. Seems like it's going pretty smoothly, but I feel like I get down to like number 1 or number 2 and it takes forever. It seems like Limps is bopping tonight, though. Not bad for just after the afternoon. There you go, got our Olivers here, welcoming everyone. Our welcome Oogles. He was going over on Old Now, just kind of a heads up that if you are going to watch the stream for a little bit, I will probably be shutting off the webcam every now and then. You know, I've talked about it before, but I am writing the script to that RP video that I want to do. It's almost done, so I can go ahead and start getting footage. So if my webcam goes off, I'm probably just recording. Most of the big stuff that I want to get probably won't be till tonight, when there's a lot more role-playing events and stuff going on. Like 11, it's kind of slow right now. Later tonight, it should be closer to like 50, 60. But I do want to get at least a few clips here and there to start putting that video together. So that's what happens if the webcam goes off. I do apologize. Where are they doing? He's AFK. Yeah, even the quicksand's kind of quiet right now. That's how you know it's a really quiet night, is when the quicksand doesn't even have have a whole lot going on. Everyone's still got their clothes on, so that's a quiet day. Alright, which one did we get? Ooh, I should be able to get a mount after this. I've been really plugging along. I have to make sure and double check that I buy the right one. I can never remember which of the mounts that I have. Who's got the snacks? Yeah, no kidding. It could be a while. Once we get to Gaius, I might might get up and go get some coffee or something. I've got my soda, but it's almost done. I'm hitting that afternoon. Need that second round. Need that second wind. Actually, got some sleep last night for like the first time in a long time, and yeah, it's kind of throwing me off. It's weird how like being actually like rested can throw you off of your day. You're like, what do I do with all this energy? All right. Let's go. Do we have any good names? Nothing super crazy this time. Always like looking at some of the names. I haven't even really taken a look to see if Balmung does have a pinball Greg on ours. I should do that on the lodestone at some point. Speaking of lodestone and those headers, I am planning on I am working on my new header because I've never had a YouTube header, so I'm going to be putting one of those up soon. I don't know how much people actually pay attention to that, but I figured, you know what, I've been streaming a lot of Final Fantasy lately. I might as well go ahead and do it, right? Oh god, I've only got one AoE. This is gonna take a bit. Halloween candy time. Yeah, we still got a big old bucket of it in there. Didn't even need to go buy the 50% off stuff. It's got plenty to last us for the next month. Hey, thank you, Bear. I appreciate it. We never like get any trick-or-treaters at our place because we live like right on a highway, so we always buy some, like just hoping maybe we'll get some kids come by, but no one ever does. So we just have a whole bunch of Halloween candy for like 2 months after. Okay, this is the tricky part. All depends on the tanks. Sometimes I get tanks that point it right at the transporter. Take us down with them. There you go. Nice. Safe. Alright. Now once we're out of here... Oh no, not Prey, yeah. Yeah, I needed the XP. Get this stuff leveled. I'm so tired of running this with the Mogtome event going right now, but I guess it's got to be done. Get those chores done, give me something to stream, I guess. But once I get out of here, so one thing that I want to do, at least on Balmung, is there is a wind-up moon minion, and it's really stupid easy to get. All you need is a high elixir, and then you take it to a magic pot that's on the Isles of Umbra. So I like load it up with like 150 like high elixirs to hand out. Unfortunately, the moons themselves are unique and untradeable, so I can't give the moons out for free, but I am gonna hand out free high elixirs, and then yeah, just go over to the Isles of Umbra in Western Lanaska and trade those in for a wind-up moon minion, and then as Endwalker gets closer, we'll have, you know, a sea of moons ready to fall. I think that'll be kind of fun. So yeah, if you see me in the quicksand on Balmung or anything like that, just open up trade. I've got more than enough of these to go around. They're super cheap, super easy to make, so I don't mind handing them out. But I've got like 120 or something like that right now to give away. Yeah, yeah. Apparently, it's one of those things that was added like before G Post came in. The moon is really cool. Like it doesn't move with you like a doesn't move with you like a regular minion, but it is its own light source. So I guess before they added G Pose, they added these minions in the wind up moon and the wind up sun. And the sun has a little bit warmer glow to it. The moon is a little bit softer glow, but they were originally supposed to be extra light sources for screenshots, right? And now that they've added G Pose, it essentially acts as, you know, a fourth or a fifth light for you, which is kind of cool. Yeah, you can poke it to make it go up or down. You know, little things like that. If you turn off the UI, it's like one of the only minions that disappears. From the press pack? No, I haven't yet. I didn't see Zeppela do like an unboxing or anything like that. I think Annie might have done an unboxing. A couple have shown up in my feed, but I haven't watched them yet. I didn't know they got a press pack. I would have been streaming a lot more if I knew that. But yeah, anyways, I am gonna hand out a lot of those high elixirs. So yeah, if you guys want a wind up moon for Endwalker, just come find me. And maybe you'll get an Endwalker bonus for using it. Yeah. Speaking of, they should be putting up the collector's edition bonuses soon. I think they do it the night of the release. I can't remember when they did it for Shadowbringers. It's either the night of the release or like a week beforehand. I can't quite remember. Yeah, so if you got like, if you bought the collector's edition with the mount and all of that, you should be getting some of it soon. Meody has it. Maybe he's the one. Maybe they're the one. Yeah, one showing up on my channel. My recommended is just like half of it's like Shadowbringers reactions and half of it is VTubers right now. So it's really easy for me to lose track of what I've seen and what I haven't seen pop up on there yet. Yeah, I'll give it a look. To be honest, I have not watched a ton of the press tour stuff. I watched Zeppela, I watched Rich and Asmon's interview, a couple other small bits and pieces here. Yeah, I do need to go back and look through it. It seemed like most of it was a lot of stuff we kind of already knew, but there were a couple interesting things in there that I was pretty excited to hear about. If you hanging long enough to break a sweat. Yeah. But yeah, I'll give some of that stuff a look. And then obviously, so I've got tea tomorrow. Let me check what time I'll be streaming that. I think it's 6:30, 7:30 EST, yeah. It's the same time as usual for that. And then on the 6th, they'll be doing the live letter. I'm planning on doing another watch along with it. It's not going to be as big of a deal because it's mostly PvP focused, but we'll probably get a launch trailer. And I don't want to miss that. So even if I don't stream all of it, I'll probably at least stream half of it. Depends how long it goes. The last live letter, I did about half of it just because it was extremely long. So we'll see how this one goes. But yeah, so I'll be streaming that on the 6th as well. I'll put that up. Oh no, did we lose one? Here we go. Yeah, I should have some exciting announcements. I am really curious about the new PvP mode. All I want is Blitzball. Like, please just give me Blitzball. That's all I've been asking for. Pretty much since the announcement showcase, where they first announced Endwalker. Okay. But yeah, so a lot of streams coming up this week, and then I'm hoping to have the role-playing video out. I don't know if I'll get it done by Friday or not. It depends on how I feel recording tonight. If I can polish up the script and do the voice recording, then yeah, it won't take me too long to do it. The script and the voice recording is the hardest part. Getting the clips and whatnot, it's kind of time consuming. But once I have the script down, I'll have a better idea of what kind of stuff I need and just kind of home in on that. Yeah. Crafting and gathering, yeah, that is true. I forgot that they're going to be doing the crafting and gathering stuff. I don't anticipate too many changes with it, but they did, on the Endwalker special site, put up all of the new crafting gear, which looks really nice. Weaver, of course, is the fanciest as always, but yeah, they'll probably do what they've always been doing, and you know, each patch it seems like they just kind of smooth things out a little bit with it. So I anticipate, you know, a couple more things with, you know, getting rid of actions and stuff that people aren't using as much, smoothing out some things maybe with CP and GP, something like that. You know, I imagine they'll be downscaling some of that stuff too, to go along with the damage downscaling. They haven't really mentioned it, but it could be possible. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate the birthday wishes. I hope you have a good day too. It's only Tuesday, but every day's one more day closer to Endwalker, so hang in there. All right, but yeah, we'll see what happens with the crafting stuff. Yeah, now that you mentioned that, that's gonna be interesting. I hadn't really thought too much about it, but yeah, that'll be a whole other part of the stream. I'd like a little more info on Island Sanctuaries. I'd like some gameplay footage of it, just so we can kind of see what to expect. You know, my big fear with a lot of stuff with Endwalker is people's hype is like so huge right now that I'm worried a lot of it's not going to live up to expectations. So like, you know, with the Island Sanctuaries and stuff, maybe some gameplay footage or something like that will, you know, kind of keep people reasonable with it. You know, I was talking in Discord the other day, like, I wonder if we're going to get another, you know, welcome to Shadowbringers moment. You know, Tesleen was a pretty big moment like that. You know, hey guys, this is welcome to the expansion. Or like, obviously the entire last cutscene of 5.0, right before the trial. You know, the tricky part is now that we've experienced it, it's going to be hard to like recreate that feeling because now there's that expectation, you know? So yeah, we'll just have to see, you know, we'll have to see how it goes. You know, I'm really excited. I think they're going to do a solid expansion. You know, no one was ever really thinking like, how in the world are they going to be 5.0? And then sure enough, 5.3 comes along, they do a fantastic job of it. So they're definitely capable of surprising us. But, you know, with the expectations what they are, you know, I don't know how things are going to go. I'm looking forward to it. I'm super hyped. But I am kind of worried that, like we're not going to be able to, like, recreate the Shadowbringers experience. You know, you can't delete that from your mind, as cool as it would be to, like, go back and do it for the first time again, you know? So we'll just have to see. I know, you know, there's always been rumblings about, you know, we're splitting the zones again because we've got Razadhan and Charlian and the Moon. Which obviously they tried that a little bit in Stormblood, which kind of, you know, kind of split the story up a little bit, made it a little bit weaker. So we'll have to see how they do all of that. And one thing that they are good at, and it kind of keeps me from like being too pessimistic, is they are very good about like learning from their mistakes, what worked, what didn't work. So, you know, if they're looking back at Stormblood and saying, you know, this is where the story felt weakest, this was, you know, some of the problems with creating the story and, you know, that kind of thing, they'll learn from that. They're good about that kind of thing, so I think they'll be able to figure out how to transition to Endwalker. Really, I think people are more excited for 6.1 almost than Endwalker itself. You know, I am excited for the end. I'm kind of scared of what's going to happen. But I am excited for it. But, like, everyone's really curious about 6.1 and just, like, you know, what's going to happen. You know, everything's wrapping up in the expansion, and then 6.1 is brand new. And no one knows what's going on with it. So that is, that's going to be interesting. And it is kind of nice, like, if Endwalker ends up being like, it was good, but not, you know, excellent. You know, the end of 6.0 is it. That's the expansion. 6.1 is something completely fresh, something completely unknown. So it's almost like we're getting 2 expansions in one. So, so that is kind of nice. Oh, Maggie. Goodbye, Maggie. He'll be back. I'll call upon you to play Terra's theme every now and then. Now, while I'm on, I mean, if anyone wants to run anything, like, I keep saying, you know, on stream, like, if you guys are ever curious about something or like, want to run something, let me know. I'm always happy to do, you know, first time it runs or learning parties, that kind of thing. You know, if you want to do a learning party or something like that, it might be a little rough right now just because it's 1:30 in the afternoon around here. But I'm always game to give it a shot. Yeah, if we can get enough streamers in, then by all means, we've got a nice group. Yeah, I'm always happy to teach people certain fights or learn them myself because, you know, I still haven't done E8 or E12. I've done most of the rest, and I can learn them pretty fast, but those two, you're kind of on your own. I do need to run some of the early tier savages, though. So if anyone wants to do like E3 or, you know, even E4 wasn't too bad last time that I did it. Might take a little bit to learn it, but yeah, I still need some stuff for my T-Best and slot. So if anyone is you know, watching along and wants to hop on in or has any requests, let me know, and we'll see what we can do, see what the consensus is. Like I said, I'm not super pressed for time today. Yeah, I hope everyone's having a good day. You know, it's also Dia de los Muertos, so if you guys, I know it was always a big deal when I lived in LA. I hope you guys are having a good day with the festivals and all of that stuff out there today. And yeah, or just generally a nice fall. Kind of at that weird time where it's like the temperature's all kinds of weird. I keep looking over because of my heater, like anytime I turn it down or turn it on to low, it starts getting too cold. Whenever I turn it on high, it's too hot. So yeah, it's just that time of year. I did see a good meme a little bit earlier. Let me see if I can bring it up. With Mariah Carey in the background of Dalamud. Instead of answers, it's Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. There you go. See if I can bring it up. It won't sound all that great with the with the boss music on. I'll bring up some of this stuff for later in the stream. Get some good memes. Yeah, just a hangout stream after all, right? I am curious if he's going to be back. Someone on one of the forums was asking the other day, wait, is that Omega in the Endwalker benchmark trailer? And I had completely forgotten about it. I was like, wait, yeah, it is. I'm kind of curious if, like, if Garlemald has secretly been trying to, like, build a second Omega, or if Nero's back for some reason, because he's really the only one that would have the schematics. But these days, I don't really see him as being like a bad guy. He's a sassy, you know, antagonist, but I don't feel like he's like an evil bad guy. So I don't think that would be something he would necessarily unleash unless it's just kind of like an, you know, an experiment gone rogue again. But yeah, that did raise some questions as far as what's going on there. Yeah, the first couple times that I've done the benchmark, yeah, I was just worried about, you know, about my PC and how it was going to do. Like, going back and watching the video again just on its own, that was, yeah, it raises some questions. There were a lot of things that I noticed this last time around that I had not really paid attention to earlier. You know, some of the enemies that we're fighting, I noticed, you know, in the opening scene in particular, like, we have Garlean soldiers fighting alongside of us against all the moon monsters or whatever. So I thought that was interesting. I don't know if they're defectors or if whatever Fan Daniel's plan is like so big that even Garlemald is like, okay. You know, obviously there's Xenos who doesn't care about the Empire anymore. So yeah, yeah, there's definitely some good questions raised by the benchmark that I really had not paid attention to the first time around, but definitely makes sense now. See. Here we go. I mean, where's the lie, really? Where's the lie? Thank you, Wintastic, for making that and making my day a little brighter. They should make more FF14 bring arts figures. You know, I've had a couple friends that are big into collectibles, and they said they actually don't like a lot of the bring arts figures. Said like the quality's not super great, or like they had like the stamps in weird places that were super noticeable, like the production stamp, you know. Because I was interested in maybe getting a Y'shtola or 2B. I think those were the two bring arts figures I was looking at. Yeah, I mentioned they were like, yeah, it's not really worth like the $100 you're paying. But I mean, in the initial designs, they look cool. But yeah, they were saying, and these guys are pretty big figures collectors. I have a couple, I guess. Yeah, not a whole lot, mostly Nindoroids and a couple things that I bought at Comic-Con, but yeah, they were saying, you know, the pictures look really great, but then you get them in person and they're kind of janky. But I would like a really nice, let's see. But I would like a really nice 2B action figure. Obviously, Y'shtola, I would buy that pretty quickly. Yeah, $100 for a Bring Arts action figure, and apparently, like I said, they're not that great. Her, like, even in the photos, Y'shtola's face looks a little funky. Got kind of a weird nose. Could just be the lighting, but like, if I'm going to drop $100 on something like that, like, it's got to be pretty nice. Like, most of the Comic-Con exclusives that I've bought over the years were just $50. I don't think I've bought anything that was like super expensive other than Tracer here. And this was one of the prototype figures that I bought at Comic-Con, I think 2012, 2013. She needs dusted. But yeah, that was like the most expensive thing I've ever bought at Comic-Con. That was $150, I think. But it was nice. You know, I don't really care for Blizzard or Overwatch anymore, but it's still a nice figure. I don't mind keeping it. I don't mind the character. I've got a couple Diva things over there. I already bought them, you know. Nothing I can do about it now, you know. They've already got my money, I guess. But yeah. I don't really have a whole lot. Probably the nicest figure that I've got is actually my Black Label Wonder Woman Barbie. Come to think of it, yeah. Kind of odd being 36-year-old and being, oh yeah, I got this Barbie figure. But it is a nice figure. I didn't know a whole lot about like the Black Label stuff, but I loved the first Wonder Woman movie, right? And we started selling these when I worked at Best Buy And like no one was buying them, so I like looked them up online. They're like, oh yeah, these are usually only exclusive for like a year or so, and then they take them out of production. And like even looking at it, it's like a really nice figure. I can bring it over in a second if you guys want to see it. Like a really nice fur on the coat. It's her in the in her No Man's Land outfit, just with the fur cloak on it. But that's probably like the nicest figure I've got. Got a Death exclusive figure from Sandman that I bought at Comic-Con. It was pretty nice. Maybe I'll rotate some of that stuff back here. Take out Tracer every now and then and put up some of the other stuff back there. I have a little I have a shelf of stuff, but like the way my room is arranged, one, it's basically a big studio, right? I'm in basically a converted garage, but whoever's building it didn't know what they were doing, so I've only got plugins along one side of the wall, right? And like I don't want my bed right next to my door, so I don't know. It's hard to rearrange it in a way that I could like have a nice background like a lot of the streamers do. As much as I want one, it would take some creativity to make it not look like shit. So we'll just go with it for now. I just have to put up with the blank void behind me and a couple of the paintings that I've got above me, Cora and Kiki. He stays Super Saiyan a lot longer than I thought. I always think that like, oh, he changes and then that's like it. But no, he goes on for a little bit. Okay. Nice. Now let's get this over with. Nope. It's a shame that like I don't even have my tether or anything like that, my dragon sight at this eye level. I have no buffs. I guess I have the self buff there. That feels weird not being able to do like my full rotation or anything. I'm glad this is gonna be gone. It's gonna be a talent now. That's gonna be nice. Passive ability. A trait. So yeah, that'll be a nice shift. That's probably one of the bigger changes that I'm excited about. Yeah. Got a couple sprouts asking me in Discord about they're showing us pictures like, what is this? Like, oh, that's a map. Maps are fun. But yeah, maps are great. I haven't done any in a while. I should probably clean out some of these owner skin stuff that I've got. I haven't done the new one since they last updated it. But I'd like to give it a shot. In fact, I've had this one sitting in here for ages. Why don't I use that? I don't have another map in my inventory right now. Oh wait, I can't skip. Never mind. Okay. This group said they have 13 maps. I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Most people bring 2. Because not all of them give portals. Yeah, they do have the one from the Mog Tomes that opens portals. So that's kind of cool. And you can store one in your Chocobo saddle. I didn't know you could store a third one in your saddlebag like that. That's a good thing to know. And one in each retainer too. Oh wow, you can store a lot more than I thought. That's a lot of like rearranging stuff when you're like trying to run out and about, but it gives you options. Huh. Might have to take advantage of that because I'm always I feel like I've always got a Zoner skin map bottle in my inventory for no reason at all because I don't run them that often. But yeah, maybe I should start doing that more, right? Hey, that's something we can do later. Assuming I don't get burned out after this. I feel like every time I try streaming and then run an MSQR, I get like, okay, that's enough. Just after the stream is done. That's okay, that's what Twitter's for, right? Yeah, I always forget how good the music is here. I really like the music in this. And thankfully, I don't really have any buffs to use, so I can I don't have to worry about like forgetting to save my opener for later. But half the time I'll hop in here and like just burn my opener right off the bat, completely forgetting about the echo stuff. Newbie problems. I did like how the official Final Fantasy Twitter was asking how many of us have forgotten our jobstones. The first time I ever played this game, like way back when Heavensward was newish, I had no idea about the jobstones. It didn't like auto go to your inventory or anything like that, right? And yeah, I was like a level 50 bard or level 50 archer for some time before learning about them. I had no idea like about the job quests or anything like that. I was fresh off the farm, and yeah, some embarrassing times back then. Now we've come a long way. Yes, I can use that one. Go. I'm just pressing buttons. I feel like I can really press anything at this level sync and it's not really gonna matter all that much. Half the time I hop in here like I'm one of the only people DPSing. A lot of people are just like pressing a button to avoid being flagged as like AFK or something like that. I mean, it gets kind of annoying, I guess, but some of it's a problem of their own making too, you know. Yeah, everyone has to run these, but you know, everyone would skip cutscenes earlier, and people complain that, you know, you've got the last two dungeons, and sure enough, you can't. Yes, but oh, sorry. But yeah, you've got these two dungeons you've got to run, but you can't actually get the story because everyone's rushing through it. So now you can't skip cutscenes, but now everyone gets bored and AFK. So I really don't know what they're gonna do about it, to be honest. I feel like it's just something we've got to live with. It's kind of become a meme at this point, right? Like, yep, it's MSQR. Prepare yourself.
Acts under the protection of the crystal she bears.
Okay.
So, this is what empowers her.
Guess it could be about that time for some coffee. I'll save that for a little bit later. I added some music to the to my break screen, so I want to want to test that a little bit and just make sure it works, you know. Something that I made like ages ago. Just whatever I was like messing around on guitar. It was like some chill music, not like well produced or anything like that, but it might be nice for some break music. I do want to do like a guitar stream at some point though. Yeah, like I said, I don't know how I'm gonna get it set up with my audio box, but That might be kind of fun. I found a really good YouTuber that was recommended to me the other day. Hurtbox TV. He's been streaming quite a bit of video game music lately, and he's just started Final Fantasy. But his stream is really good. He'll like listen to it and play along with it. But like the way he's got it set up, like it's super easy to see his fretboard, see the fingering and everything like that. So yeah, I've become a pretty big fan of his channel. I try promoting it whenever I can. But yeah, Hurtbox TV I think was the name. But yeah, he did a video on the twinning, and like I've been trying for a year, pretty much ever since I first heard the dungeon, right? 2 years now, I guess. I've been trying to learn that song, and like the live concerts, the official music video, the camera's just moving around so much and they don't focus on, you know, Soken's fingers, so I couldn't tell like what it was. I can't hear chords and be able to tell what the chord is. The solo stuff I've been able to figure out pretty easily on my own, but the actual chord, like the main riff, I've just never had an ear for it, right? But then yeah, Hurtbox comes along just like a couple weeks ago, does this video, and it's like, boom, 5 minutes, and I'm playing the twinning. So yeah, if you get a chance, if you like reaction videos to music, and in particular if you are a musician that wants to like learn some music, his channel is really, really good. Take a look at his fingering and take a look at where he's at on the fretboard and all of this stuff. Seems pretty into it. He's got a great ear. Yeah, sometimes he'll jam and it's a little bit off, but you know, he's doing it on the fly, so not a big deal. But he's, for the most part, very good about being able to pick up things just by ear. So yeah, give him a look. Lush devastation. Lush vegetation. Alright. So we're almost there. Almost there. Bray will do a little bit, but his speech isn't as long as Gaius's.
The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later.
Yeah. Grahatia does have ear bumps on his hood.
But first, I must deal with you. The question of
We're just calling out streamers like, I had no idea he was Graha. I feel like that was like one of the worst kept secrets of Shadowbringers. There was a lot of stuff no one was expecting.
let us find
But the fact that the Exarch was Graha, I feel like was like, how did you not know that? Like, he's in the tower. Even his robes are like the same color scheme as his original outfit was. I don't know. I just felt like that was one of the worst kept secrets. It didn't make it any less emotional when he actually reveals it, and part of it's because you knew the whole time, right? In my opinion, it's more about his personal journey at that point. I could do a whole thing about the story of Shadowbringers and do an analysis of it, but yeah, that moment was basically his climax of his journey, right? Yeah, as a viewer, it kind of always surprises me when people are like, I had no idea this was Graha. Yes, his hood does have ear bumps, if you go and take a close look. It might not be as easy to see on lower resolutions, but they are there. Go ahead and pop that. Bloodbath just kind of lets me sit in the AoE and not worry about it. The true dragoon. He's going down so fast, it's not even going to be an issue. I mean, at this rate, we might even kill him before he phases. I've done that a couple times. Not often. Hey, there we go. It took me a little bit to get back in the hang of Dragoon. It's been a couple years since I played it. I think I did level up a Dragoon through Shadowbringers. I just like skipped everything because I'd done everything on the main quest already. On the main.
heed me, the subjects of a
Yeah, it's been at least a year since I played it.
providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm.
Uh, what resolution monitor do I use for gaming? So I have a 1080p gaming monitor. There's some good 1440 ones out there, but none that were in my price range that did 144 hertz. Like mine is the Gigabyte, Gigabyte like M24 or something like that. It's great. I love it. Hey, let me see what it is. If I can bring it up. Display settings, there we go. Play. Pants. Yeah, Gigabyte M27F is what I've got. It was like $200 after my Best Buy discount or something like that. It might have even been a little bit cheaper with my employee discount. You can get it on sale yourself for around $200. 1080p, 27-inch, 144 hertz. Great color on it. I use this thing for both video and photography editing, in addition to the streaming and gaming stuff. So yeah, I really like it. For $200, it was a steal. So that's what I use. I wouldn't mind going up to 1440 because I hear it is kind of life-changing. Keyboard and mouse. Yes, 144 hertz. I don't really anticipate buying anything that's like faster than that though. Just price to budget. It'd be one thing if I was doing this professionally and doing this like every day, or if I was a professional gamer, you know, in terms of like FPS games and stuff, not streaming. But you know, I don't really play anything that needs the 144 hertz. It's mostly MMOs. Yeah, obviously, you know, adventure games, that kind of thing. Nothing super fancy. If I was playing like Apex or something like that regularly, yeah, it might be okay. But yeah, personally, I don't think you know, if you're just kind of a casual gamer or streaming or something like that, you don't necessarily need anything above 144 hertz. You know, a lot of rigs can't even handle anything above 144 hertz unless you've got, you know, lucked out into getting one of the 3000 series monitors. 1440 versus 1080, it's kind of your personal choice. I don't understand the 4K gaming thing personally. I'd rather have the faster refresh rate than the 4K. I have some people are like, we'll just get a 4K 1440 or 4K 144. Like, dude, those are like $3,000. You know, if I was like Botan or something like that, or someone like that, then yeah, I'll drop that kind of money. But I'm not a Shishiro Botan, so I don't have that kind of money. $200 monitor works just fine for me, man. I'd rather spend stuff on the stuff that I actually like need. Like I spent quite a bit, obviously, on the 3070. I do need to get a new power supply at some point. You know, things like that, upgrading the RAM. A lot of accessories. I'd much rather put that money to accessories. Obviously, the mount that I've got for my microphone, plus the microphone, plus the stream deck. That's the kind of stuff I'd rather spend the money on for what I'm doing right now. There we go. I can worry about the fancy monitor later. Here we go. Plus I've got two monitors. The old one's just a regular old 60 hertz 27-inch. It was just like the Acer that was like, yeah, you can get it for like $115 when it's on sale or something like that. But it's a great monitor too. Hard to keep clean. Doesn't have quite the vibrant colors that the Gigabyte has. But if you're just looking for a second monitor, I've had this Acer one for, I don't know, 5 or 6 years now. And yeah, it's great. It's a great second monitor. I'm not doing any gaming or anything like that on it. It's purely for chat and watching stuff off stream. All right, so I am going to make some coffee. So bear with me. I'll be back in about 5 minutes or so. And then I'm going to use you guys as guinea pigs to test out this new break button. So give me a bit. Got my coffee. Stood up, stretched. It's important. Make sure you're doing that. Posture check, hydration check, all the usual checks. Trying to figure out what I want to do tonight. I mean, obviously I want to try getting a little bit of footage and stuff, but I also want to I don't know, maybe I'll go see a movie. I really want to see Last Night in Soho. I don't know if it's playing around here. Maybe I'll look that up. Alright, Fandango. He was playing around here. Ooh, Ghostbusters Afterlife comes. Yeah. Oh, it is playing around here. And My Hero Academia. I haven't seen the new one yet. I think I could pirate that one if I really wanted. There's quite a bit out right now, come to think of it. Heard Antlers is pretty decent. I'm not too much for scary movies. I was talking with some friends earlier, like, you know, I kind of want to play Phasmophobia. But I was watching Polka play it the other day. And there was some stuff going on that I had never seen before, like the ghost appearing when she's not even hunting and that kind of thing. I was like, I don't know. That's a bit scary. That's a bit too much for me. I'm a big baby. I still need to play the new Resident Evil. I haven't played a Resident Evil game since, God, probably the Dreamcast. It's the last time that I played one. I think it was Resident Evil 2 or 3. But I do want to support my buddy that plays the Duke. So maybe I'll give that one a go. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know if I can do Phasmophobia. I still haven't even played like Among Us. That one was given out for free not too long ago on Epic Games, and I just need people to play with. So if you guys are ever interested in collabing and doing an Among Us collab, just hit me up. I am more than happy to play. You probably have an easy target with me because I've never played it before. I've only seen others doing it, but I would love to play it. Especially for the cost of $0. Let's see here. Check some other stuff here. But yeah, Last Night in Soho. I like Edgar Wright. I like Anya Taylor-Joy. It looked interesting. I saw the preview for it in front of Bond, and I completely forgot Edgar Wright was doing a new movie, but it's definitely like right up my alley. So yeah, maybe I'll go see that sometime this week. If not tonight, then maybe this weekend. Yeah. Here. Pop Culture Exhibition, MCM Comic Con. And then there's just like, I don't know what's going on here. I have no idea what's going on here. I mean, Peter Nichols takes some good photos, but there's just a lot going on. MCM Comic Con, so. Oh, okay, I get it now. So that's London's Comic Con. Okay, I see. Who plays better while high has no basis for comparison. Good old Hard Drive Mag. I do like Hard Drive. Yeah, it kind of, I don't know. I guess because our season is always like closer to the summer, I guess I just never realized like London probably, yeah, they have their Comic Cons at a different time of the year. You know, I know the big one in LA is always, it was the Stan Lee Los Angeles Comic Con. That was every Halloween. I think it's, might be this weekend this year. And that was always like the latest one that I can remember reading about. Let's see. Anime Expo, I think, is not too long after the turn of the year, if I remember right. That's another pretty big one. It's more like anime than just like general pop culture, from what I remember. Hmm. And we're roll 25. Well, I guess I'll play against Wyman here. Ooh, he's got 2. Okay. Reverse order 3 open. Okay. So this is going to be interesting. I feel like I didn't have too much trouble. With Wyman on my other character. Okay. Oh, it's reverse, not reverse order. Lower number wins. Yeah. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah, I completely screwed that up. Now I remember why it was so easy for me to beat him last time. Because I used like the easy deck. Yeah. Okay. It's tough. I don't have anything that's just a 1. Ah, damn. I like rushed that one. Bad idea. I don't think I have like a baby deck. I might have to make one specifically for this, yeah. Give that one a go. Didn't really want to, but yeah, I might have to make like a baby's deck and see if I can get all low numbers. It's harder than you'd think, to be honest. Like, everything that I can think of that I've got has at least like a 2 or a 3. I don't have too many that are just like 1. I can't recover from that. Oh. Let me see if I can make like a specifically like reverse order deck full of like nothing but 1s. Yeah. Move or not. See, I knew that's what would happen. I knew it would pop as soon as I actually like got distracted with something else to do. Ooh, Siren Song. I haven't done this one in a while. Gonna take me a bit to remember some of it. I have like a vague idea of what the first boss does with the push-pull tsunamis. It's been a long time since I've done it. At least the level sync isn't too bad here. I've at least got more than 1 AoE. See if I can angle it to actually hit all of them. There we go. Much better. I always like Siren Song because it's pretty much like all the enemies come to you is like you have these 2 pulls and then that's like it. It's like, okay, here you go, you're at the boss. Congratulations. No running around or weird stuff to deal with. I don't think I ever noticed like leasing everyone with me though. That's kind of cool. Okay. Boom. Ah. Got the ancient Ymirs. Yeah. I remember, like, this I think was the first dungeon in Stormblood, right? And, like, just the whole thing with the moving ship was like, it floored me. I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. And then I felt like we had a boon of ship moving dungeons. It's like you had this one, and then you had, what was it, Maul or something like that in WoW, also on a ship. It's like you ended up getting too much of a good thing. Too many ghost ships. Calm down, brothers. All right. Get back to my actual rotation here, sort of. I don't think, yeah, that's not till later. I'm at 62, okay. Yeah, see, that's it. Now we're here. Now we're at the boss. Quick and easy. Gotta remember how it goes, though. Nice. Oh, the other one? No, I do not. Okay. Oh, that's right. That's a trait, so I don't get both of those until I get that trait. And that, I think, is like, maybe that was like level 68 or something. I don't remember leveling like much at all. Okay. Go. It's like messing up all my timing. I've been running Holminster with my trusts, so like I'm so used to like having relatively close to a full kit, and completely forgetting like what everything sinks down to now. There we go. We're getting there. I'm getting back into the groove. Overtow, it's gonna drag us in or push us out, okay. Yo. Yeah, not too bad. I feel like I remember this boss being a lot harder than it feels. Maybe it's just because, like, it was still so new when I was running this regularly. Like, some of these mechanics were, like, the first time I saw them, like, the half-room thing, and... yeah. Now it's just like, whatever. After going through Leviathan, this is nothing. There we go. I do need some good Dragoon glam, though. Maybe if I can find some good glam stuff. I don't really have any on this character, or really any character. Despite having like 3 Dragoons at level 80, I really don't have any good Mogs for them. Like, I just leveled them as alts because I wanted level 80 role-playing alts. And then, yeah, they kind of went by the wayside. One of them even has a house that's completely undecorated. Here, over on Marlborough. There we go. I feel like that makes me a land baron, and I don't know, maybe I'll get rid of it. I'm not using it too much. We'll see what the situation's like after Ishgard. You know, housing is something I don't necessarily want to get rid of, just in case I do want to make another venue or something, but at the same time, if I'm not, if you know, there's still a big crisis after the lottery system and people still aren't getting houses, and yeah, I might just clear it out. Let someone else have it. We'll see. Like I said, I'll wait until Ishgard for all of that, just to see how things turn out. it's not like prime real estate or anything like that. It is in Shirogane, which is kind of nice, but like kind of in like one of the back corners. It's not like on the beach or anything like that. Yeah. I have no idea how I'm even doing. Looks like I'm doing alright. For having not played Dragoon in a year and a half. I don't think there's any of this gear that I need. When you boost, it automatically gives you Skaven? Yeah, augmented Skaven. Go. I keep forgetting that I have to have Blood of the Dragon on for Garskogul. Okay. Oh god. I could have swore I was close by that, but you know what? I'll take it. Now the other two bosses I'm gonna have to take a look at because I really do not remember them. Oh, this guy. Yeah, he's not bad. This was another one that like really messed up a lot of sprouts. And when you look back at it now, it's just kind of like, really? Okay. Okay, and move out. Oh, that's right, he doesn't have his little shadow buddies quite yet. Like, the positionals on Dragoon, I feel like, are not bad. If Reaper positionals are like Dragoon positionals, I think it'll be just fine. I am a little slow when it comes to keeping my cooldown running. Like, you'll see I'm not nearly as fast and like always press buttons as I am on Red Mage. And that's a problem that I've had with pretty much, I don't know why, any kind of melee class. You know, where they end up going here. Yeah, that'll be fine. God, my magic volume is so high right now. Whoops. You know what? If it's my time to go, it's my time to go. There we go. Yeah, I can run down the clock. I can do this, baby. 5 stacks, let's go. Alright. Shadow split. Oh. Blood ran out. Hey, I made it. As I sit here. I just like Dragoon because it is like the loudest class. Like, I don't have it like set up super high right now. But once you start getting like Stardiver and some of these other jumps in here, it is a loud class. Like, everything booms. And I like it. Okay. This is the only annoying part of this dungeon, because like all of these mobs have a lot of health. Thankfully, they go a little bit faster nowadays. But even with even with new abilities and everything, the downscaling in this one is kind of rough in terms of just like mob health. There we go. I am ready to like come back and like solo some of these dungeons, so that'll be pretty nice. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. They said that the downscaling and everything is going to make some of the old dungeons like harder to solo, but you know, we won't know until we know. But I imagine they'll still have, you know, a roughly 2 expansion like release on soloing. And usually you can solo stuff from 2 expansions ago. So I just feel like I'm doing nothing. This guy has so much health, and we have like 2 of these guys in a second, and all those dogs. Okay. Fine, earth crystals. Didn't know this place gave crystals. It's kind of nice. Yeah, see, all my stuff's 400 or 390, I think. I think that's what all the Skaven stuff is. We're nice and easy here. Let's see. Now, I am gonna go and get some food and stuff, but I might be back later tonight. I say that every stream and then I never am, but you never know. It's my birthday. I might find an excuse to come back. But I did want to go ahead and start playing Final Fantasy 1. Wasn't sure how I was going to handle the complete Final Fantasy playthrough. Like, I wanted to get it done before Endwalker, and I couldn't get a couple things done that I needed to get done beforehand, before I start doing it again. But I do still want to do it. But now Endwalker is so close that there's no way I'm going to be able to beat like every Final Fantasy before Endwalker comes out, right? So I don't know, maybe I'll hop over onto Twitch and play a little bit more Makina, because I do still need to play a little bit more of that. But we'll see. We'll just take it as it comes for the night. I'm not super picky. I've also been doing some more solo runs of Cyberpunk, so who knows, maybe I can hop back on there. Still need to do the Sandworm event in No Man's Sky. I've just got a lot to do, guys. Adulting and streaming and all of that is hard. Too much stuff to play. Not enough time to do all of it. Here we go. And actual errands like voting and getting a haircut. Actually, I did already go ahead and vote. We've only got like one little local thing today, but I do still want the haircut. We'll see if that actually gets done tonight. I don't remember this boss at all. Here we go. So yeah, very weird. Oh, this is the forced march, yeah. Yeah, so you guys saw what happened with that though, right? That's the issue that I've been having quite a bit, where my scroll wheel is like doubling up. Here we go. It's just because it's getting a little loose, I think. So like I barely have to touch the scroll wheel and it will trigger it as being an actual like scroll. Like, it really does not take a whole lot at all. And I have no idea if there's any way to repair it or what. But worst comes to worst, I'll buy another one before it gets to be a big issue in T. Like, if it starts affecting T performance too much, then we're gonna have an issue. It hasn't been like a huge issue so far. It's been more annoying. It's more like something I've got to pay attention to, right? But I don't want it to become an issue, you know? Okay. Then she's gonna do the entire arena as a circle here in a bit. Yeah, see? Unfortunately, he is not giving me enough room to move around. Yeah, so got hit a little bit, nothing too bad. Yeah, if you do decide to pick up tanking, always make sure to leave some space in the rear for your positionals, guys. You can always tell where everything is. See this big open gap right there in that little red circle? That is the rear. And that gap to roughly that little circle right there, that is your flank. And those are the two spots that your melee have to have, like, available to them. Like, right here, I don't have much space for the rear at all. There's enough for me to get in. But yeah, you want to make sure that they've got enough room to get back there. I know sometimes it's kind of hard. You know, some bosses don't really want to move no matter what you do. And we do have True North for emergencies, but that's really supposed to be emergency stuff. Pop that. Cool. Oh, hey, and I leveled. Nice. Very good. I calmed? Yeah, I calmed. Alright. Here we go. So an hour and a half. Sounds about right for a non-T stream. So I'll go ahead and leave you guys here for now until I come up with better content. But no, seriously, I mean, if anyone wants to like hit me up for like streams or something like that, I don't mind doing learning streams. So who knows, maybe I'll take a night and dedicate it just to learning. I'd prefer to have a few more people watching that are on Crystal to actually get like people in the chat. But if we have to do it, you know, do learning streams just with the general public, that's fine too. But beyond that, thanks a ton for watching on my birthday stream. I've had a pretty good birthday so far. Yeah, it's been a pretty good day. But yeah, if you guys want to check me out, maybe a little bit later playing Keener or something like that, head over to Twitch, just at Wesor, and hit me up there. But thanks a ton, guys, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Worst comes to worst, I will see you tomorrow at 6:30 for some 6:30 East or 6:30 Central. 7:30 Eastern. There we go. For some more tea, and hopefully we can hear those trumpets again. All right. But thanks a ton, guys, and you guys have a good afternoon.